more videos, man. Like I said, you gotta do one every week.
Working on it.
Yo, you gotta do it. Yes, I saw you did an interview or something. There's like a black screen. I watched 5 seconds of it.
All right, guys. So right now, me and Dill, we're hitting. No, I'm hitting chest. Dill's hitting arms. But yeah, we're gonna do a voiceover for basically our workouts today. As you saw, we were warming up.
bench here.
We were warming up 135.
Yeah, I'm hitting some bench here, as you guys can see. I hit 225 for 45 sets of 15, and in between
minus
my arm day,
sets.
yeah, minus 40 sets. In between my arm day, I had a push day yesterday. I just came in to mess around on the bench because Dave was benching, so I said, fuck it.
So here's my top set right now, which is basically what I have to do in the program. Work up to a top set
this
of 3.
This is a trampoline set of 3 right here.
Yeah, very embarrassing heavy set of 3. Like, my strength is basically gone from being 6, so still got to do the workout anyway. But here's my first, second, third set of 225 for 3 sets of 8, which is also embarrassing. I don't want to talk about it.
You got all sets, didn't you? Did I help you in the last rep?
Definitely, guys, cover up the bottom left-hand corner of the screen at the end because
my hand did touch that bar.
Definitely didn't touch the bar.
My calves are looking
There's
big there,
miscellaneous dildo hitting his 45th set of...
You didn't cut those calves out?
No. All right, so next thing, the seated shoulder press with the dumbbells, and then another wild dildo. Look at me pulling your shirt back to kind of like tighten up that
You can
waist.
see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that probably looked really bad in the gym, but we won't talk about it. It's fine. We won't talk about that.
Yeah, so I'm going to use probably like 60-pound dumbbells, which is horrific.
This right here was just some curls. I did like 3 sets of 12 on curls. I need to hit some biceps.
Yeah, because
they're
you
small.
were hitting
and then
arms.
this right here, I overdid the triceps like I always do, and I neglect my biceps. So this is some tricep pushdowns.
Looking huge.
3 sets of 12 to 15-ish right there on that.
Something like that.
Yeah, something.
Here's me doing a pec deck. I've never done this exercise ever, and like the new program has it, and God, this gives you massive chest pumps.
Massive filth chest pumps.
But I couldn't really get a chest pump today. I was so like malnourished.
No, you got a chest pump
like I
right
got
there.
a little chest pump. I took my
fat
shirt
chest
off.
right there. A little butt cheeks.
Horrific idea.
Little butt cheeks on your chest.
Oh, guys, don't look at this. See this looking back, not looking that good. I don't know why I took my shirt off.
It looks good.
Terrible idea.
It's lean.
Right, so,
it's lean.
Here's me doing some lateral raises. Lex Griffin taught me a variation on this. Very, very good. I'll probably show you guys
This
later.
right here is a troll set, but it's another tricep exercise. I go close on this. What is it? Like the seated.
Yeah.
Well, I guess machine chest press. I usually go close grip for triceps on this.
Yeah, you use free weights every once in a while, right?
Yeah, like once a week. Yeah, and then this right here, another tricep exercise that I usually don't do.
And here again, we have the very confusing back work on push days, but that's due to me having
What the fuck's all that about?
I don't know. Look at my pull-up footage. You could tell that something's lagging a lot.
Oh, look, some back footage on the back there.
Some rear delt.
Oh no,
footage.
wait, this is some rear delt footage on the.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the anatomy next week.
All right. Yeah.
And last thing, second to last thing is just
last chest exercise you did.
Yeah, the chest that's on my back, lat 1, lat 2, and finishing up with some French press with once again a
Some
little
quad
kitty weight.
extensions and then some curls right here.
You still hit your chest, right?
Yep.
Ready? Alright guys, so finally, me and Dill are finally doing that Q&A that I made a post about. How long ago was the post?
The post was July 15th, which would make it roughly over a month.
Literally
over a month. It's been over a month.
Actually. It's pretty
Period?
much a month.
Like
Yeah.
month on the dot?
Like what day is it? It's the 14th today. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's been a
so
whole
around
month.
Yeah.
So I got 2,367 questions. So the way that we're going to go about
About
this.
the 2 in the bottom, bro.
And
69.
69.
Doesn't count then.
Alright, so what me and Dill are basically going to do is we both have Instagram loaded up on our phones, like that exact thread, and right now I'm just going to click load, just keep clicking low comments so you're at the top.
Yeah, load. We have to answer the first question. Whoever was first, they get their question answered. That's how
Pretty
it
much
goes.
is how it works.
Let's see who it was. Let's see who the name was, the first person.
God damn it.
That's a lot of loading.
Oh, I'm at the top. I'm at the top. TW Dobbs. That was the first question.
Wait, no, he asked another one where I am right now, but I'm not at the top.
I'm at the very top. I can't get any higher.
Okay.
Your favorite?
Wait, this is my top. Mr. Farsides.
What do you mean it's your top?
Mr. Farsides.
Why? But yeah, anyway, so my first question is from TW Dobbs, and the question is, what's your favorite muscle group to train? I mean, it's a pretty basic answer, everyone says this, but I really enjoy training chest. Getting chest pumps are super fun. I like squatting, which is a thing that most people don't like.
Which is a strange thing, yeah.
It's very strange. I hate leg press. I mean, I like squatting. Training chest is fun. Oh, back. Just pretty much, I'm trying to bring up my back a lot, and I've been hitting a lot more back lately. I'm getting a way better mind muscle connection, so probably chest and back. That's a little basic bitch answer, but yeah.
For me, I would definitely say it'd be chest, and like he said, a little bit of a basic bitch answer, but honestly, for me, chest has always been like the most fun to train ever since I started training. I just got the best pumps.
You grew an Arnold chest.
Yeah, I grew an Arnold chest in like 2 weeks. Just like it just happened. Like
I
would just press bars.
Tell me what you used to do. Tell me about your 4x16.
Okay, well, so what I used to do is I used to play football. I was like on the football team, and what would happen was we would have to go into lifting early in the morning. So I would come in early in the morning. I would go to lifting. I would hit my 3x10 bench press, right, with the whole team. Then the whole team leaves, and I was like, I want an Arnold chest. So I would literally, when the whole team's gone, I would do like
Wait, just to verify, all you would train is chest at this point, right?
Yeah, it's all I would train. Maybe a squat or two here and there, a half squat here or there, squat through routine. But okay, so I would do my 3x10 with the team. Everyone leaves, and then me and my one other friend would stay, and we would do a 4x16 on bench after our 3x10 on bench. And then we would do like a whole bunch of push-ups. Then I'd go home, I'd eat like a meal or two. I'd go back to the gym, to like my personal gym, and I'd do like another like 4x12 and then like another 4x20 on the bench press. And I do not recommend that. I had terrible shoulder impingement, but that is how I started out.
That's some CT flasher overtraining.
That's an actual snap overtraining.
Like you modified your DNA to like.
But definitely, yeah, I modified my DNA to have a big chest pretty much. But my first question that I have on mine, which is weird because it's different from Dave's, is what were your benches, squats, and deadlift stats?
Benches? How many benches?
Okay, on all four of our bench. Okay, what was our bench, squat, and deadlift when we first started?
Oh, you're talking about the flat pad bench.
And keep up the good work. And far sides. Thanks, bro. But do you want to start off? What was your bench, squat, and deadlift when you first started?
I mean, I was already training at home for roughly, I'd say 3 months before I actually got a gym membership, and all I did was like push-ups, like calisthenics, like pull-ups, like stuff like that, like Mike Chang from Tower.
But they want to know the bench, the squat, and the deadlift.
Well, but what I'm saying is like I did push-ups for 3 months basically. Went to the gym, signed up. First thing I went to was obviously the bench press, and I remember hitting 2 10s on each side for a few reps, and I got like a 25 on each side for 2. Then I hurt my shoulder. And squat, I remember I squatted 25s on each side for like maybe like sets of 10, and I was hospitalized for a few weeks, and I didn't deadlift until, I don't know, maybe like half a year into training. I would never
Really? Yeah, that's how I was. My bench max was, what was it? It was like a little bit under 95 pounds. My squat was like 185, which wasn't bad. And
didn't you say the first time you've ever deadlifted, you pulled 300?
I did. The first time I ever deadlifted, I pulled 300, but it was like 6 months, or no, it was like 4 or 5 months into training. So like I was doing squats, benching, and I was gaining weight, getting bigger, stronger, and then I deadlifted. So like that's why I was 300. But yeah, I probably couldn't have deadlifted like 275 when I was first starting, honestly.
All right, guys. So it's been like 10 minutes already, and we answered like 2 questions. So we're gonna speed this up. I'm at the very top right now. I'm gonna get to the top, and I'm just gonna keep scrolling down, scrolling up, up, down, a few different combinations, and wherever my finger lands, that's the question we're gonna answer. So, right. Dude, what is that? That's just a bunch of like.
That's Chinese.
That's just a bunch of hearts. No, that's a bunch of present emojis. That's weird. All right, we're gonna go again. Right there. Okay. Do you ever drink soda or carbonated drinks, or does that interfere with your workouts? To my knowledge, carbonated drinks or sodas don't. I mean, the carbonation aspect of a drink or a soda doesn't really affect your progress or your workouts or anything like that. But I personally don't drink carbonated drinks because I just don't like them. I just don't like the way they taste. I don't drink.
Okay, what type of training should I do if I'm skinny like you were? They were pretty much like asking that to you, but I'll start the question off because I was also really skinny when I first started training, but basically what we both recommend to do when you first start training, if you're a skinny person, is make sure you're getting enough calories. And like that's the main thing, is getting enough calories. Whatever you have to do to make sure you're getting that, you have to do it, because you're not going to grow if you're not eating in a caloric surplus, eating more than your body is burning. So that, I mean, like training heavy, consistently, progressive overload.
Yeah, so pretty much from like an absolute beginner standpoint, if you're like super skinny, you want to put on mass, you first have to learn how to squat, bench, deadlift, learn proper technique on like the big compound lifts like I just said, and like the basic little accessories like the right angles for your tricep push-downs, that kind of shit. Make sure you're eating a truckload of food, like a ton of food, because that's the most important aspect. I mean, if you're not eating enough food, you're just...
And if you need to, I would recommend tracking it possibly on MyFitnessPal. It's like a free app. You could just get MyFitnessPal and track your calories, find out what your maintenance is, and then eat 500 to like 800 over that.
Wait, did you pick the question? You picked mine too? Alright, your turn. I'm scrolling. I'm going down. I'm going up now. I'm going down. Right there. Nice down. Let me see. What is it that keeps you motivated to keep vlogging? When it comes to vlogs, like for example, I'll pick a day where I know I want to vlog and I try to make that day like as interesting as possible by like obviously maybe like going to the gym or I don't know, just like some event that I'm doing. But other times vlogs are completely spontaneous, and I guess like the motivation that I get for like doing vlogs, or the reason I keep doing vlogs, is like just like hearing the feedback, like seeing like the amount of views that they get, seeing like that people like them, and I'm getting like death threats if my videos aren't long enough. So I'm like, oh, all right. I mean, I guess people possibly like vlogs. Yeah. So yeah, you guys just like motivate me to make vlogs pretty much.
All right, I'll answer this one. How do you afford all your juice? Usually, for me personally, like my mom goes to the grocery store. Like I still live at like my mom's house, so she goes to the grocery store and she picks up all the juice. So you have to ask her that, to be honest. What about you? You buy your own juice?
I get my own juice. I just go to Sam's Club.
I'm gonna start doing that, be independent, buy my own juice.
Yeah, because like your mom get the wrong juice, it could cause a bit you weird.
Yeah. Does being fatter help you lift more weight? That's just one that I saw I have to answer. Yes, it does. My friend Elliot knows a lot about that.
Alright, so best food to eat to bulk. So I can give you like a black and white answer of like a calorically dense food, but I'm gonna answer it like this. If you want to bulk, right, and that's your objective, and you have a ruthless appetite and eating as much food as you can is no issue to you whatsoever, then just eat whatever amount of food you want, any kind of food you want, just make sure that you're in your surplus. But if you have a horrific appetite, like me for example, and you're trying to bulk, you really got to go towards those really calorically dense foods. And a lot of the times the more calorically dense foods are classified as unhealthy or maybe have a lot of fat in them, a little bit processed, but if you're gonna go down that route, definitely make sure that you're getting enough fiber, fruits, vegetables, all that stuff, and micronutrients.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like a lot of people want to know about like specific foods. I mean, for me, I mean, for me personally, I would recommend. I mean, it's gonna sound bad, but honestly, if you're skinny, you're trying to gain weight, I would recommend things like definitely pasta, bagels with peanut butter,
drenched in olive oil,
olive oil or butter, or whatever. Pop-Tarts, like throw ice cream in your protein shake with your milk with some chocolate syrup, or I mean basically just foods like that. Running to McDonald's 2-3 times a week after your workout, get a Big Mac and a large fry.
Biscoff bagels.
Yeah, Biscoff. I mean, I don't. Just some people don't know about Biscoff, but you should look that up. Biscoff. It's amazing to put on your bagels. Dude,
I was so surprised. Those bagels I got from Sam's Club, 370 calories, slaps.
Yeah, look, honestly, like what me and him used to do, honestly, this is how we put on all of our size and strength. And we never really wanted to talk about this, but honestly, I think like we both gained like 60 pounds of lean mass from literally bagels and Biscoff. We would be in school housing bagels and Biscoff. We would, whoever can eat more in the day, I'd be like, yo, teacher, he's eating, don't let him eat. Remember, like, you all know, we both wanted to eat more bagels.
Yeah, so I legitimately had a 6-pack of bags lunchbox, right? Like, this lunchbox has, like, specific compartments for your Tupperware, for your broccoli and brown rice, all that stuff. So I ripped that whole middle compartment out. I just put a whole sleeve of bagels in there, 6 bagels. Biscoff to fuck, just literally.
I'd be coming to school flat. I'd be like, yo, Dave, I need a bagel. Like, what are you gonna do?
Like our currency was bagels, pretty much.
Yeah, like, what are you gonna do?
The U.S. dollar meant nothing.
I remember that, yeah. So definitely that. I mean, macaroni and cheese is another one, like putting cheese on your pasta, macaroni, that's really good. How can I be as savage as you, Dylan? You can't. Right, next one.
Man, create a music playlist at the gym, Shark's Spotify account. Well, I just read that like I have autism, but yeah, they're basically asking me make that Gymshark Spotify playlist. Dan Crane, the head of sponsorships from Gymshark, he's been emailing me, texting me saying, get that playlist done. So I sent him a bunch of songs, but they were like all YouTube links and stuff because I didn't know that they have to be specifically Spotify links. So yeah, I'll definitely get on that.
Yeah, I'll probably, honestly, I might even make a Spotify playlist just because people ask me all the time. And it'd be cool so I can have all like, there's a bunch of songs that I like, but I forget. I'm like, oh wow, I love this song. You have them all right there. People would enjoy it. So I'll probably make
I'm just scared that Spotify, what if they don't have like all the good songs?
No, they will.
Just like a lot of like the songs on my original playlist, just like will have like low key, sketchy SoundCloud.
I think you might be able to find them. All right, so the next question that we're going to answer is, I need a bodybuilding workout regimen. Help. Okay, we're gonna help you. So what we're gonna do is link in the description the different programs that we recommend for people at different stages of their training, because it is gonna be very different for people depending if you're a beginner or you're just hit intermediate-ish numbers, whatever the case is, or if you're advanced, you wanna get stronger, bigger, whatever the case. So you wanna start out like a beginner program, what we recommend?
I mean, for beginner programs, I'd go for like a program that's a full body program that you're hitting pretty frequently. So like basically a full body program 3 to 4 times a week, hit all your compound lifts, basic linear progressive overload.
Yeah.
And then once you milk out those new gains, then you can get into more
complex programs. And what we'll link in the description is what we actually use, which is
here. I'll say like my thing, and you can say yours. For example, for me, this is how my training was. The first year of training, I was the most passionate human being in the West Coast. No, my East Coast.
We are
the whole entire gym, right?
Yes.
We're in the East Coast.
Yeah.
But I had no clue what I was doing. I was literally hitting a muscle group once a week, just kind of like, perfect.
Didn't you have the Ben Popolsky form?
Yeah, like all that ridiculous stuff. And then I started doing Jason Blah's program, like his novice 5x5 or whatever. And then I started eating more calorically dense foods. I blew up once I hit my 225 bench, 315 squat, 405-ish deadlift. Then I went to a program that my friend Elliot wrote, like a beginner strength type program. Then once I milked my gains from that, I went to a more intense version of a program that Elliot wrote. And I've been on that for, let's say, 1 to 2 years. And literally the past 1 to 2 weeks, Elliot wrote a third program, which we're currently on.
But you could technically, like if you're more of an advanced lifter, you could run either of the newer programs you ran, like the one that we were running before or the new one. Either of them are really good for advanced, but
I just want to say, just to clarify really quick, that third program, right? Even though yes, it's like the new third program and it got announced like everywhere and everyone can just have it for free. Like I just want to specify, like that program was like specifically written towards me. That's why it has just one leg day. That's why there's a back work on push days. And so if you want to run it, basically maybe throw in another leg day if your legs are lagging.
Well, another thing I was gonna say is if you're gonna run that program, I would definitely recommend like maybe on those push days where it has back accessories to take those out and replace it for or a lagging muscle group, or replace it for just normal pushing movements, like
or if you have
whatever
you want.
Or if you have genetics, just do a few push-ups at night and you'll be good.
Yeah.
But you probably don't, so you're gonna want to run one of these programs. So we're gonna link the Jason Blah. We're gonna link. We're gonna link Elliot's.
I'm not gonna link the Jason Blah. There's no link to it. I'm just gonna put like Jason Blah 5x5.
All right. So you're gonna put we're gonna put the Jason Blah program,
and then
the first program, our friends. Yeah, and then 3 Dropbox links. The first one we recommend for someone who's been lifting for around a year to a year and a half, maybe 2 years, has somewhat of a strength base. Right around like maybe a 225 bench, around a 315 squat.
And here's the thing I want to say real quick.
And around a 405 deadlift. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like a sharp 225, 315, 405. For example, there can be people that have just horrific leverages on a certain lift, and that lift is just lagging a little bit behind, and your other 2 lifts are fine. So if you're in a situation like that, go ahead and take the next step on the program, because that's kind of what happened to me. My deadlift was only 365 when I went into the first strength program, the first Dropbox, and I'm not even kidding, in 2 weeks in the program, I went 365 straight to 4.
Like our friend Christian, he deadlifts like 695 and he squats like 200. So it's just kind of like some people. That's just how it is.
More like 500, 200.
More like 500, 200. Yeah.
Yes, please. Not a question. That one. That is not in English. This one. That is tagged.
I have a good one.
Alright, let me get one first. That not in English. Are you sweating right now?
A little bit.
I'm
not drenched. But...
Yeah, I got a pretty good question. How did you get into YouTube and how did you get sponsored? That's a pretty good question. So, I don't know if I ever like told this story online, but sophomore year, I was like training super hard. This is like just when I got into the Jason Blaha program and I was starting to make like really good gains. Social media wasn't really like big back then. Every now and then I posted a picture on Instagram, but I didn't have to worry about like making YouTube videos or any of that stuff. So I was like train, go home, eat, do my homework, go to school, repeat. So I went ice skating with my friends one day. It was like a public skating. It was 2 hours long. That's how the session was. And at the very end, literally the last minute, one of my friends at work was like, "Oh, let's race." I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, let's race." So we get to one end of the rink, and as the Zamboni's coming out, ready, set, go. Skating full speed, and when I get to the red line, I made a stride, right? That was like this, and like something happened. That stride was like too long, and I literally felt a pop right here, and I fell directly to the ground. One of the worst pains ever. And it turns out, like when I got x-rays, like the next day, I broke a bone called my lesser trochanter. It's like a little nub of bone, like at the top of my femur.
Yeah, you told me it was something that like 10 people have broken.
Yeah, like 33, it happens like 33 people, and like it's a really rare injury. So like the muscle like ripped the lesser trochanter off. So I was basically bedridden for like a month, a little over a month. Like I could not do anything. I had a bed, right? That's all.
The leg picture, remember?
Yeah.
I'll
show a picture right now. This picture was 3 weeks after my injury. That's how much more like.
So with the picture you just saw, I was literally sitting in my classroom, and I think one of our friends had that picture, and they sent it to me. And I wasn't that close with Dave at the time, but I knew he had strong legs, and I saw that picture, and I literally had no idea what to do. Like I had to go to the bathroom and start crying because I just didn't know what. His legs were literally, they went from like large legs for like his size to smaller than like the average. Alright, so the camera just died and I had to like bring the SD card upstairs, find out where I was at. So basically I'm going to continue my story. So I was injured, I broke my lesser trochanter. I was in bed for a month and a half pretty much. Couldn't leave bed whatsoever. I had to get food brought to me. The only time I would actually leave my bed was to go to my bathroom that was 15 feet away. That would take me 15 minutes to get there. So I was bored out of my mind, so I figured, I think I'm gonna make a transformation video. Like I was inspired by Z's transformation video, the 16-minute one where it's basically picture with music. I kind of like the way that was, so I made mine based off of that, based off his inspiration pretty much. And I made the video, I uploaded it just for like shits and giggles, for complete fun, like not serious at all. And then it was slowly accumulating views over like, I'd say like 6 months. And it was kind of like, the graph was like this in my YouTube analytics, and literally one day, out of nowhere. That's how it happened?
Oh, that's what happened. Well, more like this, but yeah, so it just started like blowing up in views, and right now it currently has like 3 million views. And basically fast forward 2 years from that moment, I was like, wow, like this transformation video got like a lot of views, and my physique's gotten so much better since that point, so why don't I make another transformation video since I have a better physique, and I actually use music that's not copyrighted so I can make money off that video, and hopefully if I make enough money, I can potentially buy a camera and buy a few little gadgets to start my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's what happened. I'm very thankful for that. No, I'm very thankful for that. The transformation video got a
400 million views,
but a damn lot of views, so I was able to buy that Canon 70D right there, and I just kind of like just started like making videos, and yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
I just wanted to kind of say, like, on a second note, from like with the transformation thing, a lot of people ask me all the time, like, if I'm gonna make a transformation, they tell me I should make one, and I kind of just want to clear that up because I plan on making one, definitely, but I just want to do it a little bit further into the future because I'm not really gonna be like super lean this winter, and I want to get like super shredded next summer and kind of have those pictures and videos of me being like really lean towards the end of like the transformation video. So I'm gonna wait probably like around another like 9-10 months before I make.
Oh wait, I gotta answer the other half of this question. I completely forgot because I had to go upstairs. How did you get sponsored? So basically one day I logged into Gmail, I got an email from Gymshark, specifically Dan Crane, the head of sponsorships. Basically blah, blah, blah. We want to, like, the typical message, like, we want to sponsor you. This would be really cool. Like, I'm going to send you some clothes, kind of like informal at the start. And they just sent me a truck of clothes and
big old truckload
of clothes. And yeah,
truckload.
That's pretty much how it started.
The rest is history. Good job, brother. Hey, Dan.
How to get that V shape. V shape referring to V-taper referring to the shoulder to waist ratio, whereas Robin likes to say
clavicle.
Clavicle
Yeah, shoulder to clavicle
ratio.
Wait, I think where are your clavicles? I want to clear this up. So shoulder to clavicle, you mean clavicle to waist?
I mean waist to clavicle.
Okay, there you go.
But we need shoulder to waist for this example.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty much, here's the thing. Like, bad shit, like, simple truth. V-taper, a lot of it's genetic. Like, for me personally, I have a tiny waist, which makes my shoulders look super wide, so I could have, like, I'm always gonna have a V-taper. There's other people with different genetics by, like, having, like, super wide hips, narrow shoulders, and, like, in that scenario, you obviously have to really build up your upper back or your upper body.
Your delts.
Yeah.
Your delts. The main thing in the V-taper is, like, having massive delts and trying to have the smallest, most shredded midsection.
Yeah.
And obviously from the back, having a big, wide upper back, like big rhomboids, traps, thick lats, like wide lats. That's pretty much going to give you the V-taper. But, like, I mean, most of it is honestly going to be genetic. Like, if you're training how you're supposed to be,
if you're on a balanced program,
then you're gonna be getting the best V-taper you could be getting, honestly. So just worry about training and eating right, and that V-taper will come. What are your measurements, including waist, quads, arms, and chest? I feel like a lot of people ask this question, so we should answer this question.
Ooh, what a great
For
idea.
me personally, my waist is like 19 inches. My arms are like 18, and then, all right. So for real, my waist is right now probably like 31 and a half. My quads are like 25, and then my arms with no pump are like 16 and a half. What else was? And then chest is like 44 and a half.
For me, I don't know, my waist is probably 30, I'm not sure. Arms, 15 and a half, 16, they're pretty small. And
You're 16. You're 16. If you're not flat, if you're flat to the bone,
yeah,
that's different.
But yeah, all the other stuff, I don't really know, I've never measured it. Why don't we just, like, we don't even have to look at the thread, just literally rip through the cookie cutter questions. Okay. Currently 6'2", maybe 6'3", I don't know, last time.
6'3".
6'2", like something like that. A few weeks ago I was like 192, and now I'm 185.
That was really depressing.
Yeah.
So for me, my height is I'm right around 5'8" to 5'8 and a half, and then my weight fluctuates between like 183 to 186 right now currently, but I plan to get up to like around 195 this winter, hopefully, if I don't have David Laid syndrome. Can't gain weight.
Here's a really good question. A fire punch emoji.
So honestly, how I would answer the fire punch emoji would be,
I mean, like this emoji, and then I would kind of do like that sword emoji.
No, well, they're saying fire punch emoji.
I know,
How do
but
you feel about the fire punch emoji? Honestly,
I would put the fist between the fire. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely, fist between the fire. Period. Next question.
Who inspired the two of you to start lifting? For me, I mean, I was already lifting. I mean, the way everything started was I came home one day, typed in chest workouts, saw a bunch of Mike Chang stuff, started doing push-ups at home. Then I saw Greg Plitt as a 13, 14-year-old. Motivated me a lot. Then I found out about Z's later, and obviously that
Motivated you
a lot. And I don't know, pretty much, yeah. Good.
For me personally, it wasn't really any famous person in the fitness industry. It was honestly any one of my football team that I saw that I was like, wow, like I want to look that big, like I want to be that strong, or someone I would see like at wrestling, whatever the case was, just people growing up that were from around my community that I saw as big and muscular. And like I said, people from around here, because when I first started, I would look at people in the muscle, like Muscle Farm, like all those, I don't even know any of the companies, like, I'd look at people on my protein bottle.
I look at people on my protein.
Like, oh, he looks big and juicy. But now I realize
I don't take his protein. Look at it. I'm gonna bring this question out real quick. I would like to know how your training powerlifter interlace your training bodybuilder question on those.
He's saying, how does your power?
Yeah, I know what he's questioning, but basically, I think I said this before in a different Q&A. I'm going to say it super quick. It's not black and white. A lot of people like to think, oh, if you're a powerlifter, you come in, you hit your 7 sets of 1, you go home, and you have a terrible physique. And people think, oh, powerlifters just come in. I mean, bodybuilders just come in, just do a bunch of volume, which is kind of true most of the time. But for me, I come in, I do my powerlifting work, and then once I'm done that, like, bodybuilding accessories. So there you go, best of both worlds. Pretty simple. Do you do any cardio?
No. No.
No. How long did it take to get your body to look the way it does now? 1,432.5 days. Next question.
For me, it was like 997 days plus 933 days.
Really?
Yeah.
It's off by a few.
Just wearing a sweatshirt while burning. No, just wearing a sweatshirt while working out burn more fat. No, it does not burn any more fat. That's a massive misconception. It doesn't burn any more fat, but what it will do is burn more weight because you're gonna lose more water. You're temporarily losing subcutaneous water. That's
so a lot of people like to put on trash bags and go on the treadmill and sprint until they pass.
If you're a wrestler and you're about to compete at the Olympics, I do recommend that. But if you're just trying to lose body fat, don't do that because there's no real
any cosmetic gain. I don't know if that's right. Or any cosmetic gain from you wearing a trash bag while running
will be temporarily.
We'll be back to normal the next day. So
calisthenics or weightlifting, it depends. Do you like to be large, fit, and big, or do you like to be skinny and be able to do muscle ups?
At the park with all your friends.
At the park with all your friends. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, some of those guys who do calisthenics are jacked. Like actually stacked, but for the average person,
I feel like a lot of people that do calisthenics also do weightlifting.
Dude, there's some jacked dudes who just do calisthenics, like big, but they're probably on steroids. I don't know. I would recommend weightlifting if you're trying to gain muscle mass and strength. The most optimal thing to do would be lifting weights, not calisthenics.
All right, guys. So I'm pretty much passing out right now. Like my eyes are like going shut. Like I keep falling over.
I'm
my
about to
chair.
have a heat stroke. Because we're in some sweatshirts right now. We didn't think about it. It's really hot out in this garage.
Yeah. So right now, pretty much. I'm gonna turn the cameras off, take Dill home, come home, pop the SD cards in, get as much edit as I can before I go to bed, and wake up, finish the video then if it's not done tonight, upload it to you guys, and then yeah. You okay?
You want to close it out?
Yeah, want you to close it out?
You want to close it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah.